What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Prize Picks video. In this one, we're talking about the NBA for Game 2, Boston, Indiana. So let's get into this one. We have 5 picks for you to consider, so stay tuned to hear all 5 of them. If you guys want more picks, I do post more in the private Discord along with 5 plus other cappers. You can see some wins over here in my channel. Yesterday was an insane day in the private Discord. We had Bossman, Nevaquit, Sir Radrick, and myself all hitting a bunch of slips. Had to make a post in the Discord. You can see some of these hits here as we scroll through yesterday. So some huge wins. Definitely get over here, check it out. 5 plus cappers giving out picks here. Hunted Fam, one of the members of the private Discord, hitting some massive slips as well yesterday. So definitely get over here. Less than $1 per day. See how we're getting all those big wins with all those cappers. Huge day in the Discord. So check it out. It'll be linked down below and the pinned comment. Let's get into this game though. First, we're going to go with a pick from Boston here. We're going to go to Payton Pritchard over 7.5 points. I was surprised how many minutes Pritchard got in the first game in the series. Played like 23 minutes, and when he plays that many minutes, he's going to score the ball. That's what he's out there to do, is shoot and score the ball. And against Indiana, we saw it was a high-scoring game. I know it was overtime, but still, Boston played pretty fast-paced with Indiana, and we should expect a good amount of points in this one. Over on Outlier, it's a free tool for 7 days. If you want to check it out, use the link down below. Something I use every day. We're going to use it a lot in this video. We can see Pritchard here. They have it at 8.5. We're getting at 7.5 right now. Also, I do post all these picks in the private Discord. Some of these lines have changed by the time you're watching it, but we're going to take here 7.5 on Prizepicks. Over 54% hit rate on the season. We saw him play 22.6 minutes last game, which was, one of the most he's played in the playoffs in close games. So that was good to see him play that much in close games. Some of these bigger minute games, like here where he played 24, came in a 25-point blowout. So good to see he gets minutes either way. So liking Pritchard here. And then if we give him, at least 18, I guess, in this game, it's a 67% hit rate. But I think he's going to play, at least 20 minutes here. It's a 75% hit rate. But we got to give him between like 20 and 26 minutes, I think, is where the range is going to fall. So a cool thing you could do on Outliers, give him certain minutes that you project him for in this game and then see the hit rate based on that. So a 63% fast-paced matchup that Boston played up to the pace of Indiana, probably to their detriment, but they pulled it out in the end. So going to Pritchard for the first Boston pick. The next one I'm going to go to is Jrue Holiday. We were on him last video and it hit. It was at 12.5. They bumped it up to 13.5. I still like this one. If we look at Holiday here, like I said, a lot of points expected to be scored in these games, and hopefully Indiana keeps this one closer. I feel like they may be feeling pretty down because they played so well but lost in the end. So it could affect them going into this game, but I think it'll be fairly close, hopefully. So looking at Jrue Holiday over here at 13.5 is actually only a 39% hit rate. But a cool thing you can do over on Outlier is you can look at games he's played this year without Kristaps Porzingis. This bumps up to a 52% hit rate without Porzingis. But then you also got to consider the minutes. He played 48 minutes in the last game. I know it was overtime. Game before that, 41. Game before that, 43. Game before that, 37.5. So he's playing huge minutes. I think we can give him at least 37 in this one. Oh, and we're still on the tab without Porzingis, but it's a 5 out of 8 hit rate. Just on the season when he plays 37 or more minutes, 56% hit rate. So Holiday expected to play big minutes again. They did bump this one up from last game, but I'm still liking it here. Going to Jrue Holiday on the over of his points. And then for the next pick, we're going to come over to OddsJam, which is another tool that has a free trial. If you want to check it out, use the link down below and that code Dynamo. So for one of their favorite picks here is going to be Andrew Nembhard over 10.5 points. You can see all the other sports books that they compared to come up with this hit rate in one of their favorite picks. Fliff has it at minus 145. You got it at minus 133 on Pinnacle, which I think has the sharpest odds. Some of the other sports books liking it a lot. FanDuel the least, but still at minus 120, minus 135 on MGM. So a lot of sportsbooks liking this one. Prizepicks still has it at 10.5. So liking Nembhard as well. Go ahead and add in Nembhard on the points, and we could look at this one on Outlier too. And when we see how Nembhard has been playing, he's been playing extremely well in the playoffs. Bump in minutes. You could see all this green as of late. If we look at the last 10, he's hit this in 8 of his last 10 games. So huge bump in the playoffs. Last 20, 55%. On the season, only a 38% hit rate. But, he's somewhat had inconsistent minutes this year. And also Benedict Mathurin was the starting shooting guard. Now it's Nembhard. So you could look at games without Mathurin, bumps up to 46% hit rate. And then, just the minutes. He played 34 minutes last game, 33 the game before that, 37 before that. I think we can give him high 20s of minutes pretty safely in this game. They need his shooting and offense out there. So, if he plays 30 minutes, he's at a 65% hit rate on the points here at 10.5. He's been shooting a ton in the playoffs. We saw last 8 out of 10 games he's gone over this. So, liking Nembhard here. Pick from OddsJam. Sportsbooks like it. I like it. Backs up on Outlier, so we're going to go with that one. Then for the next pick, we're going to stick with the Pacers here. We're going to go to Myles Turner. I posted in the private Discord a Turner prop. It was over on 7 boards. He got 10, and I still like the boards here at 7, but I hate picking the 7 flats for the ties here. But I also liked him on the points. I'm surprised it's at 16.5, so I'm going to go to the combo here. Points plus the rebounds at 23.5, and take that one here for Turner, because if he gets 17 points and 7 boards, he's still going to hit this one, and I like both props, so going to go to Turner here. Boston's just way undersized with Horford out there. Horford is somewhat tall and big, but has no lift and not very quick, so I think Turner was feasting in the first game like I anticipated, and I think he could keep it up in this game as well. So no Porzingis back, at least haven't heard anything about it, so it doesn't seem like he will play. So juicy matchup for Turner here. And then for the next pick, we're going to go to Tyrese Haliburton here. We're going to take over on his 3-point made of 3.5. It's a lot of threes. It's not going to be a high hit rate when we look at this one on Outlier for Haliburton, but he has been absolutely chucking the ball in the last series. In this one, finally being pretty aggressive here shooting. So if we look at him in the 3-point attempts, last game he took 14 threes, made 6. Game before that took 12, made 6. 8 before that, and then just 4 in a blowout where he didn't really play much. Game before that, 10. Game before that, 16 attempts. So insane amount of attempts. The hit rate on the season is only 32. There were a bunch of games where he didn't play that many minutes. He's definitely going to play high 30s of minutes. So even when he plays 37 or more, this is a 65% hit rate. And obviously, we can see the minutes here. And in close games, playing 38, 36 minutes. So I think we see around high 30s for Haliburton as well. So if you guys want more picks, I do post more in the private Discord. You can see here some winning picks I've given out in the past 2 days. But it was a monster day for cappers in the private Discord. So get in here less than $1 per day to get access to 5+ cappers. Just going through some of them. Never Quit hit a 4-pick slip. I hit that. MLB. Sir Radrick was using both tacos here to have 2 nice hits. And then Bossman with a 3-pick win as well. So definitely check it out. We'll see you over in the private Discord, and subscribe to the channel.